Understand what is NCLEX-RN today, because many times we get a question which talks about a general myth. A myth is like, this examination is very tough, we cannot clear this examination. So let me clarify that today. In the year 2024, if you see, the success rate in NCLEX was 74%, 74 to 79% was the success rate. So which shows it all that it is not a difficult examination. You just need to manage your time and practice. Along with practice, you need to learn a lot of concepts. You need to be clear with each and every wide variety of topics that we have in NCLEX-RN. This is very important. Now, why this examination is tough? Now, I won't say that though we have 79% of success rate around the globe, it doesn't mean that this examination is easy. This examination is tough. Now let's understand why the NCLEX-RN examination is tough. The reason being, it covers wide variety of topics, starting from pharmacology to pediatrics or from neurology to urology. So all the concepts that you've learned in your nursing, everything will be added into this. So you need to make sure from the beginning you prepare enough, you have enough time to go through each and every topic. Whichever areas you're best, focus. Along with that, also focus on the areas where you're weak. So both the areas need to be focused equally. Do not ignore the areas where you are good, where you feel like my strength is in this topic or my strength is in this subject. So not to ignore that. Simultaneously, along with your weakness, also practice the subjects which you're very good at. Second one is what makes this examination tough is the CAT technology, that is computer adaptive testing. Now, what makes it tough? The exam get harder as you answer correctly. Yes, that's correct. As you answer correct answer, the next question is going to be the tougher one. Again, you answer a correct one. Again, the next question is going to be a more tougher one. So as you give answers, the difficulty level will go up. So you need to make sure that you practice for this. And you need to make sure that you manage your time accurately and pace yourself. This is very much important. Now, when you're giving this examination, you need to develop your critical thinking ability, also your decision making ability. You need to make a critical decision at times to save a patient. Your judgment and clinical skills need to be appropriate. It needs to be appropriate, only then you can save a life. And this examination, NCLEX-RN examination, is all about checking whether are you a safe nurse, whether you're safe to practice, whether a patient's life is safe under your care. So it's all about safety of the patient. You just have to keep in mind every question, every situations you face in NCLEX-RN, the patient's safety is the priority. If you keep this in mind and answer your question, things are going to be super easy. Next one is pacing your time. As you can see, the clock is moving around. Now, you need to make sure that from the first day when you start your practice or when you start with your mock exam, pace yourself. Set the time. You need to make sure that within a set limit of time, you finish around 60 to 70 questions. And not to jump into rationale every question you solve, because you're wasting your time and you will be super exhausted with that. Make sure you do a set of 50 to 60 questions and then come to the rationales and check answers. So because you get an average of 60 to 65% in your mock exams when you're practicing, that shows that you're ready for the examination. That shows that readiness. And if you really want to take a readiness assessment, you can definitely contact us. We can also give you that readiness assessment on CAT technology or on the CAT software, so that you get hands-on experience how the examination pattern is going to be. Now let's talk about what are the best strategies that you need to keep in your mind. It is very important. If I talk about strategy, the first and the effective strategy would be to get understanding about the test structure and the content. This is the most important strategy. Many times people don't understand how the test is conducted, what type of questions you would get, and what is the strategy to solving each type of questions. If you don't understand that, it would be a suicide mission for you. And very important, application of knowledge. Many times we feel like we don't need any support, we don't need anyone to teach. It's the same thing what we have learned in our 4 years of nursing. Yes, definitely you have learned the same thing, but over there when you were actually learning, you might have memorized a lot of topic, you might have memorized a lot of things. Here in NCLEX-RN, it is all about memorization to application of the knowledge. So you need to learn how to apply those knowledge what you have learned. Very important. Got it? Now let's talk about one of the top 10 best steps which you can use if you want to clear your examination in the first attempt. First thing, as I mentioned previously, get adapted to the CAT format. You need to understand the format, invest your money in a reputable question bank. If you need questions to solve, if you need mock exams to solve, we have developed mock exams on CAT technology. You can take those readiness assessment that will assure or that will give you a signal whether you're ready for the examinations or not. Master the art of answering NCLEX style questions. Very important. Be it SATA question, be it drag and drop, be it bow tie. You should know what kind of strategy you need to apply for each questions. How should you develop your thinking ability? These all things you should be well adapted. Focus on the weakness, but don't ignore your strength as well. Like for example, as I mentioned in the beginning, that if there are certain topics which are very good at, better you can be assured about that, better you can have that confidence about that, but make sure simultaneously along with your weakness you also polishes your strength as well. So don't ignore the subjects where you're good at. Keep revising, keep learning, keep reading. This is very important. Next, create a proper study plan. If you are planning to write the examination down the line 3 months, make sure from the first day you have a clear plan how many hours you're going to spend for this examination, how many hours you're going to learn, what time you're going to attend the lessons, and how you're going to study and how you're going to cover all these topics. A proper plan is very much important, and I would say it is the key to success in this examination. Practice comprehensive test taking strategies. Be any situation comes in, you should be able to handle. Be whatever the scenario you get in the examination, you should be able to handle. So develop that mental strength. Very important. Before examination, take minimum, I would say at least 10 full length mock exams or practice exams, so that on the exam day you feel like same another mock exam which you have done previously during your practice hours, so that it makes you comfortable. You will not be exhaustive. Okay. The most tougher, I would say, the most difficult questions what I've seen in NCLEX-RN maybe is SATA. Some people find it select all that apply is very easy. Some people find it complex. So I would say that focus more on these type of questions because it requires enormous judgment skills and critical thinking ability. So make sure you focus on these type of questions. This examination is all about patient safety and nursing judgment. So you need to keep this in your mind. Keep the nursing process clear in your mind. If you're clear with your nursing process, acing this examination won't be difficult for you. It would be a pure cakewalk for you. Manage your mindset and well-being. I told you from the beginning, you need good mental strength if you want to clear this examination. That's an important aspect, I would say. Clear? I believe this video was productive for you. If you really gained some insight from this, do follow us and hit that like button. And if you need any help with your NCLEX preparation, contact on the given numbers on this video.